How's it going, class? Dr. J here, back at you with another exciting, exhilarating video on everyone's favorite topic, grammar. I know it's actually not everyone's favorite topic to write about or to talk about, but it is important. It is important when it comes to grading and writing solid academic papers at the graduate level. So I've put together this quick little video for you. Wait, is it? There it is. Boom. Top 5 mistakes to avoid when it comes to grammar in your papers, in your discussion board posts, in all of your assignments. There are thousands of mistakes you can make, but these are the top 5 that I see happen the most often that cost students the most points. So if you can avoid them, then you're going to save yourself a lot of points. Which, I mean, by the way, if you're spending all of this time and energy and hard work and money into getting your degree, and you're spending all of these hours doing the work, why not take a few minutes, invest in yourself, figure out the top 5 things that students miss out points on, and don't miss them so that you can get A's, right? You're investing all of this time and energy and money into getting your degree. Why would you not want an A? That's like literally the best grade you can possibly get. So hopefully this will help you avoid these top 5 mistakes and you won't miss a single point on grammar. Because remember, at the graduate level, the expectation is that all of your work will be submitted error-free. No grammar mistakes, no APA mistakes, and especially since I'm making these videos for you, you really have no excuse. So I better not see you miss out on any of the points related to these things since I'm showing you exactly how to avoid it. All right, here we go. Number 1, standalone quotes. Now, if you watch the other video I made called APA Made Easy, we talked about this a little bit already, but this is something that I just see happen, I mean, literally almost every term. Over and over and over, I see people using these standalone quotes in their papers, and let me show you how to fix it. Okay, so here we go. Here's a short little paragraph. Leadership is very important, and then here's a quote. It's got great punctuation, proper citations, got the page number, everything's fine, right? Except for one thing, which is, can you feel how it's just kind of dragged and dropped here? It's just kind of copied and pasted. There's no tie-in to the rest of your writing, right? It's your paper or your post that you're making, and then this kind of quote just kind of drop, and then you just move on with your flow of thought. It's detached from everything else that you're saying. You don't want to do that. So no standalone quotes. Rather, by adding just a couple little words like in fact or according to Smith, or just a couple of little words that add some flow to the reading and to the writing, you make it also therefore grammatically correct, which is awesome. So no standalone quotes. The best way to avoid this is just don't start a sentence with quotation marks. Always start a sentence with your own words, even if it's just 2 little words, like therefore, no, like in fact, or maybe like therefore, or furthermore, comma, quote, or according to so-and-so, comma, quote. It's really, really easy to avoid making this mistake, so don't make it. Number 2, punctuation. I know this is tedious and meticulous. I get it. I really do get it. But punctuation is important, especially at the graduate level. It's just important. So let's take a look at a few examples of where you might go wrong based on where I've seen a lot of students go wrong before in the past. Here's a sentence. I won't read the whole thing out to you, but it's missing one very important thing that would make this grammatically correct. Commas. Commas. Now I'll read it to you. In this paper, comma, we will discuss the problems surrounding leadership, comma, management, comma, and behavior, comma, and we will see how the CEO, comma, Carlos Rodriguez, comma, changed his organization from top to bottom, period, right? So you got to have commas. Put them in where they belong, and I oftentimes see students putting commas in where they don't belong. So punctuation is really important, and one of the biggest mistakes people make is with commas. Here's another example of a sentence that is incorrect. Leadership is the key to success, colon, likewise, comma, it is the secret to winning with people, period. Notice in the red, what's incorrect is a colon. What should it be? A semicolon, that's right. As you can see here in the green. A lot of times people get confused with colons and semicolons. They both have their purpose. Make sure you are using them properly. Here's another example. That is why, this is a sentence, that is why the employees' wages suffered so much, period. Now let me ask you a question. What is wrong with this sentence? What is grammatically incorrect about this? Drum roll, please. The answer is the apostrophe. That is why the employees' wages suffered so much. The wages belong to the employees, right? It's possessive. It's the employees' wages. So apostrophes, I see this happen a lot of time with possessive pronouns or possessive nouns. People forget that apostrophe. They also can mix up singular with plural, right? They'll put the apostrophe in front of the S. Employees' wages, which make it seem like it's just one employee. Which wouldn't make any sense in the context of their paper. So apostrophes, make sure you get them right. Here we go. Another sentence. Wait, is that right? Oh, typo. Hold on. I was like, no, that's not right. Okay, we're back. That is why Smith said there is nothing more important than leadership in business. Perfectly good sentence, right? What's wrong with the sentence? Seemingly nothing, except a whole lot of punctuation. Okay, so first of all, the citation is not right. That is why Smith, you need the year of publication for the citation, said, comma, and notice we are quoting Smith directly, so you have to have quotation marks, otherwise it's plagiarism. So the T is also capitalized in this case because you're flowing into a quote after a comma. Again, you can search the internet wide on all the rules around how to do this exactly. I'm just giving you a very simple version here, but just make sure your citations, commas, quotation marks, periods, just make sure the punctuation is spot on in all things. And you'll save yourself a lot of points. And you'll save me a lot of headache having to like highlight and comment on all of the punctuation errors. Okay, number 3, fragment sentences. Keep in mind, these are academic papers. So you cannot write them like emails. You cannot write them like blog posts. You cannot write them like text messages, right? You have to write them at an academic level with academic proper grammar. So no fragment sentences. What does that look like? This is what it looks like. Here are 2 sentences, right? The organization has all sorts of problems in leadership, period. Like managing people properly and motivating them to succeed, period. So what's the problem with this sentence in red? The problem is it's not a sentence. Where's the subject? Where's the verb? There's no agreement here. It's a fragment of a sentence, right? This would be fine in an email, fine in a text message, not fine in a graduate level academic paper. So what can you do to fix this type of mistake? Notice what I've done here. The organization has all sorts of problems in leadership, just like the first sentence. For instance, comma, there are problems with managing people properly and motivating them to succeed. Now by adding in those other elements, you've made a full, complete thought, a full, complete sentence. So in academic writing, no fragment sentences. Number 4, run-on sentences. This is the kind of the opposite. It's kind of a blend of fragment and punctuation error. Now run-on does not mean long. Run-on does not mean a long sentence. In fact, let's take a look at a run-on sentence right here. It actually looks pretty short. The organization thrived, comma, however, comma, not everybody was happy, or not everyone was happy. So what's wrong with the sentence? Why is it a run-on sentence? Why is it running on? The organization thrived, however, not everyone was happy. What's wrong with it? Well, punctuation, primarily. Here's a way that you can correct this. The organization thrived, semicolon, however, comma, not everyone was happy. Boom, grammatically correct. That's good. That's an easy way to fix that. Let me show you another way. The organization thrived, comma, but not everyone was happy. That's great, grammatically correct. Let me show you another way to fix this. The organization thrived, period. However, capital H, comma, not everyone was happy. You see how there's 3 examples here of perfectly fine grammar, but the one at the top you don't want to do. You don't want to use commas, sometimes called comma splices, to just like run on and on and on. Even in short sentences, these are 2 different clauses that are jammed together in a way without proper punctuation. So no fragment sentences, no run-on sentences. And finally, number 5, because I know you're tired of me talking about grammar, not screening your work before submission. Huge mistake people make is they just kind of, it's late, it's Sunday night, it's an hour before the paper's due, they just typing in a fury. And then they just submit their paper without screening their work first. Now let me show you what I mean by screening your work. There are a few ways to do this. This is what I used to do to set myself up for success. And I guess I don't mind saying I got A's on everything I did. I got straight A's all the way through my doctorate degree. So just saying. Proofread your paper. Proofread your paper. Yeah, that's the easiest way to catch errors is once you're done writing it right before you submit, just go back at the top and just read it, and you'll catch a lot of stuff. Spell check. Microsoft Word offers spell check. So just use spell check. Here's a big one that helped me a lot when I was in school, Grammarly.com. Grammarly.com. Now they have a free version and a paid for version. I never spent any money on Grammarly. I never bought Grammarly. I always used the free version, and it helped me tremendously. I never missed any points on grammar issues, ever. You can't always trust it, so when you're in Grammarly.com, like make sure you're actually double checking, because sometimes it will make suggestions that are actually grammatically incorrect technically, which is extremely unhelpful from a website called Grammarly.com, but it does far more good than it does bad. So just make sure you double check. This is great. Write, leave, then review. Leave as in like walk away from your paper. Like write your paper and then like leave. Go do something else. Go play tennis. Go cut the grass. Go do something else. Get your mind off your paper and then come back and review with fresh eyes. Because a lot of times, even if you proofread right before you submit, if it's right after you wrote the paper, then your brain can sometimes just read what it thinks you mean to say instead of what you actually say. So this is something that's really great. Even if it's just for an hour, right? It's still late on a Sunday night. Before you hit submit, I don't know, watch a TV show or go for a walk around the block. Just do something where your brain is occupied with something else, and then come back and read it one last time, and stuff will pop out at you like, oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Finally, let me tell you about the university's Writing Center. The University Writing Center is great. They're not going to spell check all your papers for you, but they will help you with grammar and syntax and wording and basically how to elevate and improve your writing. They've helped countless students before. It's completely free service. So I highly suggest, even if you're already good at writing, just send a paper their way, ask for like a free consultation with them, and see how even just to improve like by 1% here or 1% there, how you can improve your writing even more. Okay, thank the Lord, I finally got through it. I hope that was helpful to you, and I realized I was flying through those really fast. The good news for you is you can adjust the speed of the video in the settings wheel, make me talk even faster if I'm going too slow, or slow me down if you really need me to do that. Rewatch this video over and over and over, and don't miss any points on grammar. Because as I said, the expectation is that you're not going to have any mistakes, right? Right? No mistakes in your papers. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm Dr. J. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. Take care.